fans have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is James White calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On second down, they go back to White again.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Give running left, it's McCaffrey. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 25 on second down, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed?
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
Good job there getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now Jones. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Henry's got it out on the left side.
7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
That caught by Tremble.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
This defense for the Patriots, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. We're scoreless after 1. Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
There's Tremble, the tight end.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Callaway, the return man. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Jones now from the gun on third down. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off and improved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
That's caught by McMahon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On play action, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Racey McMath with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Callaway, the return man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Throw the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's Jones on 1st down. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. McCaffrey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, look at 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers, because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Open man is McMath.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing Jones.
He'll drop it underneath to White.
It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Rodgers. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's gonna be out up around the 45-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. McCaffrey running right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers flushed out right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 4th down and goal. St. Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Jones. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game. Here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.